Hello YouTubers, and today I'm going to be unboxing a Craptop. I apologise for my voice. I've got a really bad cold at the minute, really sore throat, so apologies for that. But yeah, this is a computer or a laptop I got for absolutely nothing because I basically did an IT course where you got given this for free. Although the IT course was bloody stressful and unbearable because basically I was overqualified for it and I was essentially helping pensioners for the most of the week. But anyway, let's unbox this. Now, why do I call it a Craptop? Because it's utterly crap. It is a really crappy laptop, but first of all, it's completely unbranded. There is no branding on this whatsoever. If I just open it up, I mean, it looks like an HP Stream, which is probably what it's based off. You've got a micro SD card slot on the side just there, USB 2 and a headphone jack. Yeah, it's actually just a headphone jack, not a headphone mic combo jack, just a headphone jack. On the other side, surprisingly, we've got USB 3. The power input and mini HDMI out, which is interesting. But the thing that really is awful about this laptop, the battery life is actually surprisingly okay, surprisingly decent. Though this is running an Intel Atom processor with only 2 gigs of RAM. This trackpad is absolutely unusable. Really. It jumps around so much. Basically, the trackpads were so unusable that basically I had to supply my own mouse. This has not come with it, by the way. I had to supply my own mouse, and so did everyone else who was doing the course, because the trackpad was just so absolutely awful. This laptop struggles to do absolutely anything. And here's what's interesting. Now, as I said, there's no branding on this whatsoever. But the power supply, which is this, you can see, what is this? My god, it's only a 3 amp output. You can see just there, hopefully. So it's a 3 amp output and it charges via USB. With a barrel connector. I'm just wondering why. I mean, why not USB-C this laptop? It's running Windows 10, which is probably the most impressive thing out of this. And actually, the only piece of booklet you get in is this, which is basically, you can see there, that this is obviously in Chinese, and it's basically a starter's guide for Windows, but that's the only, booklet of any sort you get in this. If I, turn this thing on, this thing is utterly awful. It is easily the worst laptop I've ever used. Though, interestingly, it's got screws on the bottom, so I'm assuming you can probably maybe upgrade some of the stuff. I don't know. It's got 32 gigs of storage, which is solid state storage, so that's nice. Though with only 2 gigs of RAM, it really... There you go. Also, yeah, that's a screenshot of a Joker film I did. But it is utterly awful. The keyboard is actually not too bad, though it's got a bit of an odd layout. It's kind of like a MacBook sort of layout with the power key there. But just taking a look at the system specifications, it's just really underpowered, this thing. basically. I mean, if it even had an Intel Celeron. But look, this strap pack has literally just gotten stuck. It just... But yeah, it has, interestingly, this is not me doing anything out of the box. It has 3.4 gigs of virtual memory in this thing, which is really odd, to be honest. It's really odd that it's got so much virtual memory in it. Though I guess, basically, that's trying to compensate, but again, that's virtual RAM, not physical. But yeah, this thing is utterly awful. In every single way, it's really cheap. It feels plasticky. It bends. I mean, it was free, so I can't really complain too much. But the reason I'm complaining is basically this laptop was pretty much unusable for the majority of the course. A completely unusable machine. The only advantages I can think of, the battery life is pretty good, although it doesn't really have, you know, a very powerful processor. So I guess that's just a given thing. Look, this thing is jammed again. This thing keeps jamming. So yeah, it's not that light actually. I'd expect it to be light, although I think the screen is actually not that bad actually. It's basically, you know, a standard TFT display. Actually, not too different to an HP Stream or, you know, another budget laptop similar to it. Though with those, you know, it's got some more usability. I wish, you know, I mean, I'm gonna try and sell it at CEX to see if I can get anything for it. Because to be honest, I'd rather put the money towards something else. If not, I don't know what I'm going to use this for. To be honest, I really do not have a hobbyist. I mean, here is a netbook I got back in 2011. You can see that, but this was £120 back in the day. And to be honest, it is slow and crap as anything. And to be honest, that's probably a better laptop than this in terms of processing power. I mean, this is running an Intel Atom as well and Windows Starter, but this feels much higher quality, the trackpad and that, and the main difference is this thing is usable. You know, it may be slow as out, but the laptop itself is actually, you know, usable. This thing is pretty much unusable unless you've got a mouse, like an external mouse. Because the trackpad is so crap on it and unusable. And this thing, you know, has several times it crashed. This thing is, you know, 7 years old. But it's not actually, you know, I never use it. So I haven't used it in, you can see the amount of dust on this thing. I actually used this to basically rip my DVDs to when I went on journeys. I would basically rip my DVDs to here because it's got a 320 gig hard drive. So I'd basically rip all my DVDs to here so I could watch them, say when I went to Blackpool or something like that. And to be honest, I was thinking maybe I could do that with this, but with only 32 gigs of inbuilt storage, I can't really rip many. And to be honest, I ripped them to my tablet anyway, which has double the inbuilt storage in this. I mean, true, you've got the micro SD card slot, though then you're severely cutting down. So yeah, pretty shit at this thing, isn't it?